Shine bright up all night. We're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes. We're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control. Running wild, can't calm down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They say I'm dangerous, 'cause I broke all the cages. No, I won't sit and take it. No.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Good afternoon, wherever you are. It's morning for me. Got some sleep last night, thank the Lord. Actually, I just woke up just maybe an hour ago. How's everyone doing this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are? We are expecting a press conference from TBI here shortly in approximately 30 minutes from now on Sebastian Rogers, 15-year-old boy who is missing out of Tennessee, Hendersonville, Tennessee, to be exact. Will the TBI tell us more than what we already know? I don't know. In my opinion, I hope so. God, I hope so. But I'm not also giving my hopes up with it either. You know what I mean? Because it's just been TBI usually doesn't give you much. Oh, today, oh, Sleuthy, happy World Autism Day. I did not know that. Oh, absolutely. We need to be, God bless, um, God bless everyone. God bless them. True Love has 4 paws. Thank you so much for gifting 5 Pearl memberships. That is so very kind of you. We need to do, I guess, an application. Here we go.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The
On
next
the train,
stop
y'all.
is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
All right, we have 5 new pearls that are members. You application was approved. Welcome to the family. Please thank our sweet True Love has 4 paws if you received one of those memberships. Very sweet of you. Very sweet of you. Oh, thank you, Olive Juice. Thank you. We try to make it, you know, it's hard enough doing these cases, and we try to make our chat a safe space, and our mods are just great. You know, if I can't answer something for you, I can always rely on my mods. They will find the answer, or they'll get to me, and we'll try to figure it out the best we can. So, I believe Nick, let me see here if it's on there. Rhonda, thank you so much for 3 months, my dear. I've followed you forever. Love you, Justin. You're awesome. I love you too, Rhonda. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Yeah, so Nick Bear, do you guys think they're going to give us much of an update today? You know, it would be nice that if they would either, in my opinion, clear the parents or not. Oh, did you send me something? Okay. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guidance. Pulling something up here. Give me 1 moment. 2 hours ago, Nick Barris put this out. Let's see what he says. Hey, Jude. Hey, baby. 1 month prayers for Seth and Sebastian. Amen. Amen. And prayers for anyone volunteer that is out there searching. Pray for the TBI. Pray for the local law enforcement. Give good vibes. Whatever it takes is what we need. All right. So 2 hours ago, Nick Barris, NC5 reminder. Questions to be asked and answers about the search of Sebastian Rogers, the 15-year-old who has been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Tennessee home now for more than 5 weeks. They have been few updates from law enforcement as they continue to work the case. authorities will meet with media this morning at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. He will be there, Nick Barris, to ask questions and plan to stream it live beginning at 11 a.m. See you there. Yeah, no stream is up yet. No stream is up yet. Did y'all see this? Someone pointed it out to me yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Guys, we have really high winds here right now. My electric is flickering. It's God, I pray it doesn't go out. It keeps flickering. I'm like, oh, it's gonna go out any minute. When I just started my stream, it started and I was like, ah. Now, I might have to move it up. People are saying this is a bruise right here. I do not believe this is a bruise whatsoever. I believe that's from his glasses, the shading, because you can see it's down here and it goes just like glasses. But look at this. His neck. It does appear to be a bruise right there. Has anyone ever noticed that? Now the top eye where around his eye, I absolutely believe that it is glasses. But the bottom, I'm not so convinced on. I don't think this is shading. I mean, it could be, but it to me it looks more bruise like, in my opinion. Remember that when we are, and I listen, I want to make sure I'm not claiming that anyone did anything, and I'm not even claiming this either one of them is a bruise. But you got to remember, like if someone is being, and I'm not saying this happened to him either. I'm saying this in general. If someone is like ever being, they die of like strangulation, the ligature marks, many times right there, like in the middle of the throat, almost where your voice box is, right? There will be handprints, and that's usually a thumb print, right in the middle. You get what I mean? Put your you can put your hands like around your throat on each side, and that would be like, I don't know the date of these photos. This is one of the photos because I checked. I was like, oh, someone might have doctored that. I don't believe that. But then I was like, and I went to the website, and damn if it's not there. See that? You can clearly see it right there. Now the glasses, I absolutely believe, in my opinion, is shadow. The neck could be a shadow. I don't want to say anything personally, right? But you can clearly see it right here on his neck. I would like to know the date in conjunction with the disappearance date. I did the same thing with the photo as well. Yeah. But just, many times when someone is being unalived by strangulation, specifically right around where like the voice box is, that definitely can be that's a pressure point. Yeah, I mean it's really windy here. The temperature feels great though. I got my windows open. It's so nice. Except it's a little windy here. Storming in Middle Tennessee now. Yeah, I heard schools were closed. I did hear schools were closed because of the. But well, we're on Easter break right now, so I think a lot of people are on Easter break, anyways. Um, let me see here. Oh, here's News Channel 5. Let me make sure they don't got it live up yet. Nothing yet. Soon as a live pops up, I will we'll look at it. I want to show you some more things, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't know. I don't want to, put something out, at all. Let me see here. I do like a file for every case that I do, and I always compile everything. All right, 1 second. Oh, thank you so much, Holly. I think it was Holly. Holly, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, my dear. That is so sweet. I appreciate you.
This is a
Get
Brooklyn-bound
on the
2
train,
express
girls.
train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear
Actually,
of
the
the
subway.
closing doors, please.
Giving to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and
Oh my God. 5 new pearls approved. Welcome to the family. To the 5 that received the membership, give our sweet Holly a big, big thank you. We appreciate you, Holly, so much. So much. News Channel 5 is supposed to be streaming this here in just a little bit. Do you guys think that they're going to clear the parents today? Do you think it's possible that they could clear the parents today? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't know. I don't see how someone in that house, in my opinion, is not involved. I just don't see how. I just don't. I mean, you know, stranger things have happened, I guess, but I don't know how someone avoids camera detection, no footprints, no scent, anything like that. It just, mm-mm. No, I don't believe we're going to get much information. Lake Superior, yesterday we were talking about, TBI kind of already let us know that we're not going to receive much information, I think, because um even ET phone home, just saying. Yeah, presser starts in about 20 minutes for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how they could. Now, from what I understand, Chris wanted all 3, meaning Chris, Katie, um what is oh, and sorry, Seth, I was reading something. He wanted them to do, I guess, an interview together. And so far, I think Seth has declined that. But I think, in my opinion, Chris wants that to happen to make them look better, right? To make them, uh, Seth, he doesn't need to look better. He's out there, looking for his son every single almost hour of the day. He's running himself extremely, ragged and tired. Oh, okay, Olive Juice. You have a good day, honey. I hope you have a good day at work. Make it the best you can. if you're in North Alabama, oh, it's bad in North Alabama right now. So let's just pray to God that something happens quick. As far as there's a search group that is saying that they don't know what happened to Sebastian, but they also believe or know that he is allegedly on a piece of property, but they just can't get to the property. I don't buy it whatsoever at all. Don't buy it. Um, let me check News Channel 5 on Facebook. Nothing yet. Guys, the Riley strain case, have does anyone know if they've gotten back the second autopsy yet? Uh I know that one of the, I think it's the uncle of Riley Strain, he's been saying, that he even had a belt on, and that should have certainly have kept his pants up. I don't think he could have gotten his boots off and his pants because he wore them really tight, and had a belt on with big size 14 cowboy boot shoes. Size 14. Don't think so. Lots of federal parks out there, people. Search for hikers. Don't know what that means. Baby kisses, sorry. I'm in a studio apartment and supposed to get in the oven or what? Don't get in the oven. Don't get in the oven. If you got walls, get into the center of your house if you have to. His wallet was in his front pocket. Did they find his wallet? I don't know if they found his wallet or not. Is said in fact that Riley had his socks and boxers on. Size 15 boot. Yeah, he just had, I believe he had his shirt, his socks, and his boxers on. But I'm just not buying. Yeah, the bathtub. That's what you're supposed to get in. I think it is the bathtub. Lay as low as you can. Oh, good, Inga. I'm glad your transfusion went well. I'm still waking up, y'all. I'm just, unless he took off. I mean, why would he take off to go swimming though? You know what I mean? I mean, I just don't know if something happened in his head, that he started bleeding or got dizzy. But why would his pants be off? It's, even the coroner said that pants don't normally come off. It's very rare for pants to come off of a decedent, much less, a 6'4" guy, or 6'5" or 6'6". He's very tall. That has a 15-foot square-toed boot on. It's more likely that than not that someone took off his clothing, and that's what I think what one of the medical examiners was saying. Yeah, cowboy boots, you have to, how hard it is to get cowboy boots on and off. If you've ever worn, especially guys, if you ever worn cowboy boots, it's really hard. Justin, my mom woke up this morning. Thank God he listens to prayers. Oh, that's so wonderful, Blue Eyes. Thank you, Lord. That's awesome. That's amazing. Thank God for that. I'm so glad she's good. Woke up this morning. It's a blessing if we all wake up every morning, and so I'm so okay. What is it? Oh, here we go. Here's a thing Nick Barris just put out on this. Look at this. We're waiting for it to start.
A bit about an update on the search for Sebastian Rogers. Just,
Brand
this
new.
is the first time we've heard from you in a while, and that's because you guys have been busy investigating.
That's right.
Anything new to report at this stage?
No, sir.
Nothing. 5 weeks.
No, sir.
Just ask me, what is being done at this point? What does the public need to know that you continue to do
We
research?
We continue to investigate and follow up on every tip or lead that comes in.
Any evidence of foul play?
There is no evidence to support foul play.
But you can't rule it out necessarily. You're ruling nothing out at this point.
That's right. I'm ruling nothing out.
And as far as the public, what you could ask them to continue to do?
Remain vigilant. If they see something, say something. Call 1-800-TBI-FIND or 615-451-3838 with any tips or leads.
Okay. We'll have much more on this story to come.
They gave him nothing. Nothing, nada, zilch. And that's exactly, probably, in my opinion, what they are going to give us today.
Here and I'm
Crap. It's probably exactly what they're going to give us today. Can't rule anything in, can't rule anything out. See something, say something. Ba-dun-da. Oh my God, this is huge. So we're waiting for no, that's not the presser. That's not the presser. No, we're waiting for TBI presser. It's a live presser that they will get to ask questions. Nick is going to be streaming it here shortly. Keep refreshing. Looking to see if there's any more live feeds at all. What is it? Let's see if trying to see if I think it's WFSB. Do they have they might have a stream. WFSB. I figure they might be. Nope, they don't got a stream up yet either. It's just kind of waiting for that. I swear this press conference is going to go very similar to something like WSMV. WSMV. Nashville. Nope, nothing there either. So we'll just wait for Nick, I guess. Just make sure. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I've already got that link, y'all. I'm on Nick Barris's right now. Okay, thank you. I got it. Thank you so much, guys. Let me just copy this 1 second. I got a feed here. And I'll also look for other feeds to see which one is the best quality. Okay, here we go. Right. Waiting for this. I need to give them credit. Credit goes to WSMV4 Nashville. Link will be provided in the description, using it under their use. Credit WSMV. Pretty sure. WSMV. Okay. What time is it? It is 11:56, so it should be starting any time now. This feed. Someone just sent. Thank you, Karen, so much for the cash app. It's very kind of you, sweetheart. 3 minutes and 26 seconds. It says it's going to start. I'll also check with Nick Barris as well. All in fairness, law enforcement owes the public. They owe us nothing. Yes, that's true. But, it would be, it's like, come on, give us something. Give us something we can work with. Right? You just need just a smidgen would be good. Let's see here. I'm just trying to see if anything is popping off here. I wonder, do you think will Seth be there? I wonder. Will Chris or Katie? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, it's probably just best. I don't guess they don't need to be there because they can just watch it from where we're watching it. I just want some spark for hope about Sebastian. Anything. That would be nice, Kelly. That would be nice. Seth is going. Questions need answers. Well, the media will be there to ask questions today. But, will they give us anything? I doubt it. I don't think they're going to give us much. I think it's going to be, we haven't forgotten about Sebastian. We are still on this. We're not going to rest until we figure something, find something out, which is what basically they say, anytime like Summer went missing. But I hope I'm wrong. Prove us something better, TBI, please. 1 minute until it starts. And it should open up. I'm just trying to check other feeds. Ooh, it's starting to rain really hard. All of a sudden. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I need to go close a window. It just literally started downpouring all of a sudden. It's crazy. It says waiting for WSMV Nashville. Come on, WSMV. They're always late. Let me see if Nick is streaming. Check that out and see. Okay, he's up. He's got a live stream. 1 second here. Here we go.
Weidenner. You guys ready? All right. Morning. I'm Eric Craddock with Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and we're going to come to you today with an update on the Sebastian Rogers case. Sebastian has been missing since late February. The investigation remains ongoing with steadfast support from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and many other local and federal resources. We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in. As I said before, the investigation remains ongoing. The entire community is deeply saddened by what has occurred. We're all extremely concerned for Sebastian's welfare. I want to encourage the community to stay vigilant, to report anything that they think may be of some significance to the investigation, no matter how minute it may appear to be to you. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND with any tips, or the Sumner County Emergency Communications Center at 615-451-3838. We understand the anxiety and the concern that this case has caused in the community. We too share the anxiety and concern for Sebastian. I want to reiterate that we are doing everything we can to find Sebastian and bring him home. Despite the passage of time, the commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. I said this when we scaled the search back. Our commitment to finding Sebastian remains. We will continue to investigate every possible lead that comes in. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office wants to express our gratitude to the community and the many individuals who have helped in the search, the many individuals who have called in tips, the many individuals who have printed flyers and kept Sebastian's face in the news. Nothing would make me happier than to wake up tomorrow morning with a tip that cracks this case wide open and we find Sebastian and bring him home. At this time, I'll turn it over to Susan Allen from the TBI.
Right, here's TBI.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for being here. We know how invested everybody is in the search for Sebastian, in finding out what happened to him and bringing him home. And we want to let everybody know he has not been forgotten. Nobody's forgotten about him. Nobody has given up looking for him. At the beginning of this investigation, there was a large land search for him. It was very visible. There were also waterways, lakes, ponds that were searched. There were aerial searches with helicopters and drones and fixed wing planes. They were done at night. They were done on weekends. They were done during the day. That was very visible, and it was something everybody was able to see. But we want to let you know that even though there is not that high visibility in investigating this case, that we are not done. It's gone back to what could be considered good old-fashioned police work. Interviewing individuals, re-interviewing individuals, checking out leads, rechecking leads. We have been working with other law enforcement agencies who have had, in other jurisdictions, who have perhaps had some complex cases of their own that they have worked on to get tips from them. We have had, this day of technology with everyone having cell phones and doorbells and ring bells and surveillance cameras. That, as you can imagine, has been a bit of a chore to be able to collect all those and then review them. It's important so we know what's out there. We have been reviewing that, reviewing it again. We have had other agencies involved. The FBI has been helpful in that. Secret Service has also been helpful in that. So we are just trying to do whatever we can to advance the investigation. It has not gone to a place where anybody has forgotten about him or is not pursuing this. The parents have been cooperative throughout. At the beginning of the investigation, they have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them. At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved. But we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now. So we are pursuing any and all avenues. We do want to caution there are some social media elements out there who purport to have information that is direct from the investigation. I just want to reiterate that is not the case. Some of the information that is being provided on some of the social media channels is inaccurate, incomplete. We don't want this to damage the investigation. So we would just caution anyone who is following the case to just use some caution as to what you see and what you believe. It's caused a bit of a distraction because a lot of what has been out there in some of the social media channels has been rumors and speculations and theories, and some of that has been advanced and people have caught a hold of it as if it's what's really happening. That has resulted in us getting information that is either, like I said, distracting. It's taking away time and effort from what the agencies need to be doing as far as looking for Sebastian. We have had so far, as of this morning, 314 tips that have come in through the tip line. It's been mentioned, but I'll say it again. It's 1-800-TBI-FIND. We are also taking tips through email, which is tips to TBI, TBI, at tbi.tn.gov. What's next? We want people, as Chief Deputy said, to continue to remain vigilant, get Sebastian's picture out there, continue to share his picture, his information. Now that it's getting to be nicer, well, not today with the weather, but now that the weather has turned warmer, people may be more inclined to be in their yards. If you go out and see anything that looks different, let us know. Something where perhaps a teenager could have hidden. If you have a large amount of property in the area, or something that has any kind of holes or unstable footing or ledges where a teen could have gone to hide or to play, and you don't feel comfortable checking it out, let us know. We'll get somebody from law enforcement to go out there with you or to check it out themselves. We just want to make sure that every stone is unturned, that there's no stone left unturned, that we want people to make sure that we are looking everywhere we can. We do want to continue to get the tips, but please don't provide information that you might have seen through social media channels. If you have information about Sebastian, about conversations you might have had with him, things he likes to do, places he liked to go, any people he may have mentioned that are
He wasn't allowed to hang out with
that would be
anybody.
helpful in finding out maybe what he was interested in. Finally, we want to thank the community. We want to thank the media. You guys have been really good about keeping his name in the public's eye. That's really important. And thank you for your diligence in providing that information out there. And as Chief Deputy said, we also want to thank the community. From the very first day, everybody has really been all in as far as whatever they can do to help in the search, to help pass information on, providing water for the teams that were out conducting the ground searches. So thank you again to everybody. I'm going to pass it back to Eric Credit.
The weather is rolling in. We've got time for some questions. So yes, ma'am.
I was a few minutes behind, so sorry if I missed this, but has there been any indication at this point of foul play or anything of that nature?
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
That's such a lie.
We're not ruling anything out.
So 5 weeks, and you guys covered so much ground, searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found, no footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
And are there any working theories?
We come up with theories almost daily and try and investigate and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find Sebastian.
Share any of those?
No, sir.
2 questions, if I may. Have you ruled out Sebastian's mom and stepdad's involvement in this case? And as a follow-up, have you cleared their alibi?
I think the TBI said it best. They've been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement since day one of this investigation. There is no evidence to support foul play on the part of Sebastian's parents.
Is that moving to Memphis interfering at all with your investigation? Is it changing possibly the avenues of communication?
No, sir.
You mentioned when you were asked about recent evidence, we heard some rumors that you see has some validity, that there was glasses found within the past few days. Can you confirm that?
There were some glasses found in the past few days.
Or have you been able to identify that they were Sebastian?
We are still investigating.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Communication maybe. Have you found how was that coordination happening? Have you found their work helpful? Are you guys working in unison or a separate team?
The Cajun Navy is operating independently. They have not reached out to us.
Have you found their investigation or their work helpful, or has it been one of the distractions that has been mentioned?
One of the things that I really appreciate they've done is print flyers and keep Sebastian's face out there. It's my hope that one day somebody sees something and calls in and this case breaks wide open and we find Sebastian.
They claim they've received.
One of these
Have
days.
they filed any police reports or reports to sheriff's department documenting any of these alleged threats?
No, sir.
Are we able to learn anything about what those threats are?
They would have to call the police and report them.
Where does the search go from here? It's been 5 weeks, there's been no signs. Do you believe he's still alive? And what are you guys going to continue working on?
My hope and prayer is that Sebastian is still alive. Yes. We're going to continue to work on this investigation, follow
Exactly.
every tip and lead that comes in. Some of this may revert back to us going over some things that we've already done for the 6th, 7th, or 8th time. A fresh set of eyes never hurt anything. We're going to continue to work to find Sebastian.
Has the story been changing at all as you've been talking with people, interviewing them for a second time possibly?
There is no evidence to support foul play.
Are there any active currently that you guys are pursuing?
We have tips called in daily.
Any of those tips seem legitimate enough to expand law enforcement resources?
Regardless of their legitimacy, we're going to follow up on them.
Will there be any other agencies pulled in to help in the search efforts for this case?
I'm certain there will be.
You met with the biological father and mother this past week. Is that at their request, your request? Is that just re-interviewing them again?
That was at the request of law enforcement. It's not uncommon to talk to the family in investigations like this. I've got time for one more question.
Just overall, how has this investigation impacted the morale at your department, especially with all the
They're full of crap.
Let me put it to you like this. If my kid was missing, this is the team I'd want on it. The men and women of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, the FBI partners, the other
I
local
would want
agencies,
Texas.
Secret Service,
That's who I'd want on it.
everyone who's had a hand in this case is doing everything they can to find Sebastian. Morale's high. We are here and we are dedicated. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for keeping Sebastian in the public. Please continue to publicize this photo. Thank you all.
There we have it. A bunch of BS, in my opinion. Hold on. I want to see if Nick Barris is going live. 1 second. Okay. Nothing. So that is, remember, they said Don and Candace was cooperating. He seems irritated. We're cooperating, and it took Ronnie Lawson to be like, they're not cooperating with the investigation. Remember, they can lie to us. They may be doing that just to tamper down Chris and Katie, tamper down, the public. It does feel, he's like, I hope someday somebody, goes and calls in a tip and cracks this case wide open one day. I want to go back to that TBI lady. Because she's saying people on social media saying they're talking directly with law enforcement. I don't know who she's talking about, but I've not heard of anybody saying they're talking directly with someone with law enforcement. But there's TikTokers out there too.
And we find Sebastian and bring him home. At this time, I'll turn it over to Susan.
Things that were searched. There were.
Let's go over this one by one.
At the beginning of this investigation, there was a large land search for him. It was very visible. There were.
Yeah, that's exactly, Darcy, corporation, but they never confirmed anyone passed a polygraph. Listen, there's no evidence that the parents did anything, is what they say. There's no evidence, of anything. Okay, well, tell me how a child vanishes without shoes in 26-degree weather. There's not a shoe print, there's not a footprint, there's not a camera, there's not a dog smell, dog track, nothing, nada. And you got the CPS investigations, you got court hearings, custody court hearings, you got Chris. The story doesn't make sense. None of it. Absolutely none of it. And hey, darling, God, I mean, we've got to find this child, y'all. I'm so upset. Ugh. I knew it. I knew that what this was going to be. I knew what it was going to be, but when you hear it after you hear it, it just reiterates and it's just so freaking frustrating. Now remember, law enforcement can lie to us. And in my opinion, they're lying. Chris, take a polygraph. Why the hell are they going back and forth to Mississippi? Tell me that.
Also water.
Chris said his own self wasn't there until the morning he disappeared. Oh, didn't know you was there till the morning, Chris.
Ways, lakes, ponds that were searched. There were aerial searches with helicopters and drones and fixed wing planes. They were done at night. They were done on weekends. They were done.
So this TBI agent, she's basically saying, well, nobody's really searching in big numbers anymore. We're just, doing old fashion police work. Well, okay, and that consists of what? What? Just going around people who's calling in tips? That's it. I wish, you know, I wish some anchors would have asked some more questions there. Did y'all take the GPS navigation? Right? Did you figure out who that uh silver car, or whoever the car was there that morning on the road? Have you checked highway cameras? Can you tell us exactly where Chris was? Not that they're probably going to answer it, but I would like to have at least heard it. You know what I mean? Oh my God, it pisses me off.
During the day. That was very visible and it was something everybody was able to see. But we want to let you know that even though there is not that high visibility in investigating this case, that we are not done.
To be honest with you, I don't think, social media is new, and I don't think, especially some precincts, law enforcement, I don't, I don't think that they know how to deal with all the social media. I don't think that they know how to deal. It's a new relationship, because it just is what it is. There's a reason why, in my opinion, there's a lot of social media news and true crime, because people don't trust big media anymore. You get to see the nice little polished clips that they like to show you and be done with it. Well, we go out and we show it all, warts and all, right? Everything. And not going to feed you a line of, oh, sorry, it's not going to work. No, How about you take a lesson from Texas? Yeah. What about the bed? What about the trash? Right? What about their freaking I mean, they're saying they went to a Harley or something store opening. Well, the place that they said that they went, we went to. And guess what? They said they didn't even have an event that day, and they don't even have a flyer. They didn't have a flyer of Sebastian. Um, I mean, TBI has 6 high profile cases. 3 hold on. This intro right here that I played, this one,
Shine bright.
that intro I play right there, I think 4 of them is in Tennessee right now. 4 of them. 4 out of the 6 is in Tennessee right now. Sebastian press conference 4/2/24. What is it? Sebastian Rogers press conference 4/2/24. You've got misprinted. I don't know what you mean 4/2/24. You got misprinted. So, yeah, now there's hobo shoestring. Yes, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm with hobo shoestring. There's another guy out there that really did not like him, hobo shoestring, and I worry if there's even foul play in that. But I did hear that he kind of went to the hospital a couple days before he went missing. Do I have a date on it? I don't know what you mean. Oh, I didn't write that, guys. That's the news. That's the news media. See, that's just the news media. That's not me. Up there in the top. I was wondering what y'all were talking about. I'm like, I don't understand. Chaos Divers, no reply. Yeah, that's the big media that did that, not me. Yeah. I mean, it is just, you know what? If they don't give, and again, I understand that they don't have to give us anything, but damn, I mean, if you don't give anything at all, or if the public is not satisfied, people, unfortunately, especially, people out there who, say that they have, that they're like, just like the TBI lady said that they're talking local, they're saying they're talking to directly to law enforcement and stuff. People will fill the vacuum. They will fill the vacuum. Thank you, Jessica. No foul play, but at the landfill searching early on in the investigation. Boom. Boom. Exactly. Yeah, no foul play. No, that is a wonderful point, Jessica. Wow, wonderful point. That is, yes. Yes. Exactly. No, yeah, no foul play, y'all. Nothing to see here. We're just looking in a dumpster or a landfill for a child that's only been missing for how long was he missing at that point? Boom. They need to be looking for a mattress. They need to be looking for a lot of stuff. And they supposedly found glasses. They're waiting to see if they're Sebastian's or not. How about you show the family? How about you compare pictures? Look at his I mean, I know it's probably got to go off to a lab and stuff, but you can say, no, they're not his, or they look very similar to what Sebastian does. So we sent them off to the lab, or they look nothing alike, but we're still sending them off. How about that? Just something like that. You can send, yeah, right here. There's SL just dropped it. Yeah, how about just ask dad, look at a photo. Where did they find glasses? I don't know. I didn't even know that they found glasses until this press conference. That's the only thing I learned from this press conference. That, and I feel like the TBI are not good at solving missing people's cases. They may be great at other things. I don't know. But it seems like missing persons cases, they don't, it's not their strength. I don't know. And something I was reading, there is things out there that you can actually delete your GPS now. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Summer Wells 3 Riley Strand accidental but had no proof. Boots and on now 3. Well, we got Layla Santinello. We got it's too early. The other, help me out, chat. The dark-haired, very petite, possibly them being in Tennessee keeps eyes from turning a focus towards his family. If what Nina said is true, they would Sebastian and Katie be any different? Katie is all bluff, easily manipulated. I don't know, but why are they looking in a landfill? I mean, let's be honest here. If they're looking in a landfill, you don't walk into a landfill. Nobody walks into a landfill, right? Okay, Border. Thank you, dear. Let me see here. Karen, thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate it. All right. Let me show you this. We're going to go over this in just 1 second, but let me see what this email is. Nancy Grace, first ever episode of a new Zone 7 series, CRU. Nancy Grace and Cheryl McCollum discuss P. Diddy federal raid, missing autistic teen Sebastian Rogers, and the Brian Kohlberger venue change. Okay, Zone 7. All right, I'll look at that. Thank you. They're never going to run away to a landfill, said no one ever. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Some bullshit.
It's gone back to what could be considered good old fashioned police work.
Remember they said, oh, they're working with this. And he said they've asked pretty much everything that we have asked them to do. Pretty much. Pretty much. If you say that to a law enforcement officer, pretty much, or, pretty much that's all we did that evening, you're leaving out a lot. You're leaving out a lot. The pretty much, you're leaving out a lot. Officers don't like that. Body language, none of the people like that. So So aggravated.
interviewing individuals, re-interviewing individuals, checking out leads, rechecking leads. We have been working.
Yes, Layla Santinello, Holland Snap, Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers. We got Shoestring now, and there's another person we're missing as well. But yes, thank you. Hey Jude.
With other law enforcement agencies who have had in other jurisdictions who have perhaps had some complex cases of their own that they have worked on to get tips from them. We have had, this day of tech.
So they need tips from other law enforcement. I mean, I understand working together and stuff, but they need tips on how they solved it. Aren't they the TBI? Like aren't they supposed to come to you? Not the other way
Technology
around.
with everyone having cell phones and doorbells and ring bells and surveillance cameras. That, as you can imagine, has been a bit of a chore to be able to collect all those and then review them. It's important so we know what's out there. We have been reviewing that, reviewing it again. We have had other agencies involved. The FBI has been helpful in that. Secret Service has also been helpful in that. So we are just trying to do whatever we can to advance the investigation. It has not gone to a place where anybody has forgotten about him or is not pursuing this. The parents have been cooperative throughout at the beginning of the investigation. They have pretty much done whatever law enforcement.
That's interesting the way she says that.
Have been cooperative throughout at the beginning of the investigation.
Cooperative throughout at the beginning of the investigation. At the beginning. Does that mean they're... Now, TBI said Don and Candace were cooperative too, but Ronnie Lawson said they weren't.
They have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them.
Pretty much.
At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved.
Bull.
But we are keeping options open.
Okay, yeah, I bet you are keeping options open. I bet you are. Okay, explain to me. Just please explain to me. I mean, if I was a news anchor there, I would have said, please explain to me how is there no evidence of anyone leaving that house that night well into the morning? There's not a footprint. How far do you think a 15-year-old can go? A 15-year-old autistic child can go barefoot without a coat at 26 degrees. I'll wait. Because let me tell you something. He's not going to go far. He's going to be, hypothermia before. His feet are going to be cold. Frostbite. What do you mean, Dino? Yeah, no shoes, no jacket. His bare skin is touching the ground if he walked off by himself. And you're saying there's not a scent? I'll wait. That's exactly right. What about a scent? Because there's none. None. Yeah, he didn't take his phone. There's just a little no signs of foul play. I mean, I think that's a sign of foul play, in my opinion. But like I said, Chris, like I said, Chris is, in my opinion, an extremist, and whatever he does really good and goes all the way. So I think it's going to be extremely hard. Oh, you're being a smartass. I know you're funny. My question is, where did the mom go that morning allegedly searching for Sebastian? Good question. That's a great question. Where'd you go, Katie? They're saying, Chris is like, I can't even tell you what the white van is outside. Right? I can't tell you what day I was home during in February. They don't want me to tell. Why? It has nothing to do with the investigation. It would have nothing to do with the investigation for you to say you was home the weekend before. There's a lot of sus things here, in my opinion. And I think, in my opinion, he could be 3.5 hours away or anywhere between Hendersonville and the campground from where he stayed. It seems he had to go there really quickly, and they went back for a job that he did not have.
We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now. So we are pursuing any and all avenues. We do want to caution there are some social media elements out there who purport to have information that is direct from the investigation. I just want to reiterate that that is not the case. Some of the information that is being provided on some of the social media channels is inaccurate, incomplete. We don't want this to damage the investigation. So,
Okay, I don't know who's saying that they're talking straight to law enforcement, but that would be, obviously, they don't even give anything to Seth. So they're not going to give any of us anything, that's for sure. But
we would just caution anyone who is following the case to just use some caution as to what you see and what you believe. It's caused a bit of a
what you believe? What you believe? Okay. I believe you cannot float out of your house and avoid a camera. I believe that you're not going to walk out of the house barefoot at 26 degrees. I believe if you did, you're not going to be if you are found, you're not going to be found far away. I believe Chris and Katie are sus. I don't believe Katie's story when she said I would go to the kitchen. I went to the kitchen to see if he's there. What do you mean? You'd pass the kitchen to get to him. You have to walk through the kitchen to get to him. I believe they're telling people that, at least, and Chris said this, he said, for a fact, I know of 2 or 3 that hit on the pond. No, they didn't. Right? I believe that nobody talks to their husband for 3 hours I believe that if a mother hears a thud when her child is in the house and she's alone at night, she hears a thud, she's going to check on him. And that's not anyone pulling this out of their, this is not a social media influencer as much as they want to say. That is what Chris and Katie has stated. Everything there. Everything that I just said, Chris and Katie has stated. Did he have shoes on? No. Right? Said he wouldn't check on, wake him up for school. Looked everywhere. So you thought the next thing you thought you'd go to he might be in the kitchen. Well, the kitchen is closer to your bedroom than it is his. You have to walk through the kitchen. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Yeah, in frigid weather.
Distraction, because a lot of what has been out there in some of the social media channels has been rumors and speculations and theories, and some of that has been advanced and people have caught a hold of it as if it's what's really happening. That has resulted in us getting information that is either, like I said, distracting. It's taking away time and effort from what the agencies need to be doing.
Now, I do agree with her on that. If you don't have firsthand knowledge, it's, there's no sense in calling the TBI because they want firsthand knowledge. They don't want information that, oh, my sister's brothers, aunts, uncles, third nephew, twice removed said. But also, I mean, shit, it doesn't sound like they've got anything. No hit because he got in car, in garage, and didn't walk away. I agree, Boo. I agree.
Doing as far as looking for Sebastian. We have had so far, as of this morning, 314 tips that have come in through the tip line. It's been mentioned, but I'll say it again. It's 1-800-TBI-FIND. We are also taking tips through email.
Carla says, to be fair, when my husband worked out of town, we did sometimes have 3 phone calls, especially 3-hour phone calls, especially if there was big news job. Did you talk 3 hours like every day? I mean, there's no way in hell I would talk to my husband 3 hours a day. I'll just be honest with you. What time did Katie usually go into work during the week? And was her, that's a great question, September. I wish I knew that, but I don't. I don't know. I'll try to find that out for you though. Hey, Miss Ryan, I'd like to know if Katie wasted time putting clothes on before she went out to look for him. Oh, good question. See, it's the simple things. It's the simple things that always make you go, yeah, there's that. I'd be in my PJs screaming, walking, waking up the whole hood. Yeah. And I agree with that. I'm in my house coat right now. That's why my camera's not on. Talk 3 hours if you ask for a divorce. Well, they were supposedly, not having very good, it was kind of rocky. Yeah, I agree with that. This update has actually fueled suspicion. I think, honest to God, that it's better for them not to even do a freaking update with this. Do a press release. Do a press release. Because this just fires people up. That's all it does. Love you, Lori. This just fires people up.
which is tips to TBI, TBI, at tbi.tn.gov. What's next?
Y'all keep commenting good stuff, so I pause every 3 seconds. Right, but they tell many stories, many discrepancies. Did the cops take photos of the house that will show, was Sebastian's bed made, Katie's bed made? Yeah, exactly. And let me tell you something. To me, it's sus as hell that these parents, every time they do an interview, it is totally different. Different. I mean, it's always something. If you there's truth is eternal. It's it's like it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Why do they keep changing their story? Now, some people say, well, they might have forgot this, they might have forgot that. Well, so you forgot what your kid was wearing at first, you forgot that? Oh, okay. I mean, there's so much. There's so much. You was sleeping on the couch? No, you was laying in the bed. Oh, he said, uh, honey, did you hit your head? And then there's, oh, I just heard a thud. Then it was, whatever you're doing in there, be quiet. And then it was, oh, honey, do you feel okay? Or not, do you feel okay? But are you okay? I mean, just 1,000 different stories. The one that baffles me is how quickly dispatch knew he had no shoes on. In a panic, running around for him, I wouldn't have checked until someone would have asked me. I don't know, let me go look. Yeah. Yeah. TBI, please
We
find this
want
kid.
people, as Chief Deputy
Find
said, to
Sebastian.
continue to remain vigilant, get vigilant, get Sebastian's picture out there, continue to share his picture, his information. Now that it's getting to be nicer, well, not today with the weather, but now that the weather has turned warmer, people may be more inclined to be in their yards. If you go out and see anything that looks different, let us know. Something where perhaps a teenager.
Okay, how can we suspect footprints? How can we expect a dog scent when there's not even one walking out of his house? I'll wait. I'll wait for that one. How can I expect seeing a footprint, a shoe print, a dog scent, anything like that when there's not even that out of his house? Not a camera? Nothing. Yeah, after a month. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, now that the weather's getting prettier, people are out in their yards more. Yeah, well, that's true. But, if there was anything to suggest that he actually walked out the door, then yeah. But there's nothing to suggest he ever walked out of the door. There's nothing. He didn't even take his shoes. Who would forget their shoes at 26 degrees? Especially someone who is very sensitive to textures, the way things feel, sound. No.
teenager could have hidden. If you have a large amount of property in the area or something that has any kind of holes or unstable footing or ledges where, again, where a teen could have gone to hide or to play, and you don't feel comfortable checking it out, let us know. We'll get somebody from law enforcement to go out there with you or to check it out themselves. We just want to make sure that every stone is unturned, that there's no stone left unturned, that we want people to make sure that we are looking everywhere we can. We do want to continue to get the tips, but please make it, don't provide information that you might have seen through social media channels. If you have information about Sebastian, about conversations you might have had with him, things he likes to do, places he likes to go, any people he may have mentioned that are in his life.
All right, let's cover that. Let's cover that. Did he what was the thing that Sebastian wanted the most? Was friends, right? That was what he wanted. His mom even said, and his Chris said, the only thing he wanted was friends, right? He didn't talk to anybody outside of his home that I'm aware of, right? Allegedly, but Seth says he has had friends. I mean, I think Seth obviously is a wonderful dad, and I think he'd let Sebastian, be a normal 15-year-old kid as much as possible. And he probably let him talk a lot more. But, you know, from his phone and stuff, he wasn't able to talk to anybody. I mean, I mean, and if someone did pick him up, well, wouldn't you see him walking out the door? Wouldn't you see it on a camera of some sort? Wouldn't he have taken his shoes? Wouldn't he have taken a coat? Wouldn't he have taken his phone? Can you imagine a 15-year-old not taking their phone? No way. Thank you, Missy B, Mia. Thank you, my love. I appreciate your support. Really means a lot. Thank you, my love. His dad said he had friends at school. I saw a video of playing video games with other kids. Yeah, well, Chris and Katie, they like to say, he wasn't invited at places. That's their words, not mine. Their words. I would not want to bring my friends home if Chris was there. Yeah. God, no. There was exactly, Chai. There was no point in it. No point in it. Thank you, Magdalene Moondragon. We want you home. Godspeed, Sebastian. You are so very loved. We are your friends too. Sebastian Strong. Amen, Magdalene. It's Magdalene, sorry. That was my grandma. I love that name. Magdalene. That was one of my grandmother's names. Well, Crime Sleuthin, they said here, we're not even far into it. Where the TBI said something, so it's not that big of a deal.
Here,
I won't talk.
we know how invested everybody is in the search for Sebastian, in finding out what happened to him and bringing him home. And we want to let
play it at
everybody know he has not
1.25.
been forgotten. Nobody's forgotten about him. Nobody has given up looking for him. At the beginning of this investigation, there was a large land search for him. It was very visible. There were also waterways, lakes, ponds that were searched. There were aerial searches with helicopters and drones and fixed wing planes. They were done at night. They were done on weekends. They were done during the day. That was very visible, and it was something everybody was able to see. But we want to let you know that even though there is not that high visibility in investigating this case, that we are not
Possible.
It's gone back to what could be considered good old-fashioned police work. Interviewing individuals, re-interviewing individuals, checking out leads, rechecking leads. We have been working with other law enforcement agencies who have had in other jurisdictions who have perhaps had some complex cases of their own that they worked on to get tips from them. We have had, this day of technology with everyone having cell phones and doorbells and ring bells and surveillance cameras. That, as you can imagine, has been a bit of a chore to be able to collect all those and then review them. It's important so we know what's out there. We have been reviewing that, reviewing it again. We have had other agencies involved. The FBI has been helpful in that. Secret Service has also been helpful in that. So we are just trying to do whatever we can to advance the investigation. It has not gone to a place where anybody has forgotten about him or is not pursuing this. The parents have been cooperative throughout. At the beginning of the investigation, they have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them.
Take a lie detector test, Chris.
At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved.
They don't have any indication that there's a criminal element involved. But just like Summer's case, they don't have any reason to believe that, anything.
But we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now. So we are pursuing any and all avenues. We do want to caution there are some social media elements out there who purport to have information that is direct from the investigation. I just want to reiterate that is not the case. Some of the information that is being provided on some of the social media channels is inaccurate, incomplete. We don't want this to damage the investigation. So we would just caution anyone who is following the case to just use some caution as to what you see and what you believe. It's caused a bit of a distraction because a lot of what has been out there in some of the social media channels has been rumors and speculations and theories, and some of that has been advanced and people have caught a hold of it as if it's what's really happening. That has resulted in us getting information that is either, like I said, distracting. It's taking away time and effort from what the agencies need to be doing as far as looking for Sebastian. We have had so far, as of this morning, 314 tips that have come in through the tip line. It's been mentioned, but I'll say it again. It's 1-800-TBI.
314 tips. That's not a lot in a month. They're acting like, do they not remember Summer Wells, how many tips they got? 314 tips in a month is not a lot, in my opinion. Right? It's
find. We are also taking tips through email, which is tips to TBI, TBI, at tbi.tn.gov. What's next? We want people, as Chief Deputy said, to continue to remain vigilant, get Sebastian's picture out there, continue to share his picture, his information. That's
an average of 10 tips a day for the agency. 10 tips a day. That's an average of 10 tips a day, and they act like
getting to be nicer. Well, not today with the weather, but now that the weather has turned warmer, people may be more inclined to be in their yards. If you go out and see anything that looks different, let us know. Something where perhaps a teenager could have hidden If you have a large amount of property in the area or something that has any kind of holes or unstable footing or ledges where, again, where a teen could have gone to hide or to play, and you don't feel comfortable checking it out, let us know. We'll get somebody from law enforcement.
Oh, I'm absolutely, Courtney. I'm certainly glad that they got tips. Absolutely. I hope they get the tip that, you know, cracks this wide open. But, they're making it sound like social media is causing, people to call in, a bunch of random tips. Well, I mean, 10 tips an average per day is not, I mean, in my opinion, it's not, it shouldn't be overwhelming 10 tips a day. They need the tip. Exactly, Kremslu. Yes, they need the tip. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, Moonlight, a place to hide for a month, question mark. So at this point, at a month, there's only a few things that could be happening here. One, he is hidden out. Two, he is hidden out and someone is, uh, you know, well, they're taking care of him, like he's in a outdoors, but someone is feeding him or whatever, or he's being hidden at someone has him, that kind of thing, or he's found unalived, right? So it has to be there's not a lot that could be after a month. Yeah, very minimal, exactly. So there's no criminal element. All right. Well, tell me he walked out the door. I mean, I showed you guys the neighborhood the other day. Any four ways you goes, you're going to have to pass at least two streets of houses. You're going to find a footprint. You're going to find a scent. You're going to find something. You're going to find a camera. You're going to find a doorbell.
Meant to go out there with you or to check it out themselves. We just want to make sure that every stone is unturned.
Now, if I was a 15-year-old and if I had a cell phone when I was 15, which I didn't, don't you think that I would take my phone with me? I would absolutely take my phone with me. You would probably take your phone with you too. Why would he not take his phone? I'll wait. Why would he not take his shoes? I'll wait.
That there's no stone left unturned, that we want people to make sure that we are looking everywhere we can. We do want to continue to get the tips, but please don't provide information that you might have seen through social media channels.
But, that would be the logical thing, is to take your shoes and your phone. But again, like who was it said it earlier? Jessica. No foul play, but they're looking shortly after he went missing. They're looking in a landfill. Okay.
If you have information about Sebastian, about conversations you might have had with him, things he likes to do, places he liked to go, any people he may have mentioned that are in his life, that could be helpful in finding out maybe what he was interested in. Finally, we want to thank the.
Well, your phone has a flashlight. It has a better flashlight than that keychain flashlight that doesn't work, right? He's probably you know, you know, to me, it's low. If he's low functioning or high functioning or not, not autistic at all. It's the human condition. It's the human uh, nature to be, your feet to get cold in 26 degrees. Um, Even though his parents say he's very high functioning.
Community. We want to thank the media. You guys have been really good about keeping his name in the public's eye. That's really important. And thank you for your diligence in providing that information out there. And as Chief Deputy said, we also want to thank the community from the very first day, everybody.
That would also be a way to track him, right? If he had his phone. But, I don't even know if Sebastian would know that your phone could be tracked. I don't think he would probably know something like that. I don't know. But to me, that just leans more to more suspicion.
Has really been all in as far as whatever they can do to help in the search.
Have a good day at work, Love and Grace.
Pass information on providing water for the teams that were out conducting the ground searches. So thank you again to everybody. I'm going to pass it back to Eric Credit.
The weather is rolling in. We've got time for some questions. So yes, ma'am.
I was a few minutes behind, so sorry if I missed this, but has there been any indication at this point of foul play or anything of that nature?
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
So 5 weeks, and you guys covered so much ground, searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found, no footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
And are there any working theories?
We come up with theories almost daily and try and investigate and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find Sebastian.
Share any of those?
No, sir.
2 questions, if I may. Have you ruled out Sebastian's mom's and stepdad's involvement in this case? And as a follow-up, have you cleared their alibi?
I think the TBI said it best. They've been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement since day one of this investigation. There is no evidence to support foul play on the part of Sebastian's parents.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. He said there's no in Sebastian's parents. Does that mean bio parents? Does that mean step parents and bio parents? Or does that just mean the bio parents? Does that mean all of them? Is Chris not included in that? Asking for a friend.
No, sir.
You mentioned in your last recent evidence,
Yeah.
we heard some rumors that you see Castle's validity, that there was glasses found within the past few days.
Mm-hmm.
There were some glasses found in the past few days.
Or have you been able to identify that they were Sebastian?
We are still investigating.
And on the Cajun Navy, have you found how was that coordination happening? Have you found their work helpful? Are you guys working in unison or a separate team?
The Cajun Navy is operating independently. They have not reached out to us.
Have you found their investigation or their work helpful, or has it been one of the distractions that have been mentioned?
One of the things that I really
Morning,
appreciate
Summers,
is
Army.
print flyers and keep Sebastian's face out there. It's my hope that one day somebody sees something and calls in and this case breaks wide open and we find Sebastian.
They've claimed they've received threats. To your knowledge, have they filed any police reports or reports to the Sheriff's Department documenting any of these alleged threats?
No, sir.
Are we able to learn anything about what those threats are?
They would have to call the police and report them.
Where's the search go from here? It's been 5 weeks.
Justin and I work with AD or ASD kiddos. All are very different, but every child I've worked with have things that they are particular about. If he wore shoes always, he did not leave without shoes. 100. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. They are um, you know, they don't like change, right? Uh, they they like what they like, and they have their reasoning. We may not know what their reasoning is, but if he would not go barefoot without shoes ever, then he's not going to go at all. Justin, look at the top where it says Sebastian's conference. When you pause it, the year is wrong. Doesn't mean anything, just a mistake on the year. Yeah, yeah. People thought that was me earlier, but it's not me. That's the actual media.
There's been no signs. Do you believe he's still alive? And what are you guys going to continue working on?
My hope and prayer is that Sebastian is still alive. Yes. We're going to continue to work on this investigation and follow up every tip and lead that comes in. Some of this may revert back to us going over some things that we've already done for the sixth, seventh, or eighth time. A fresh set of eyes never hurt anything. We're going to continue to work to find Sebastian.
Have the stories been changing at all as you've been talking with people, interviewing them for a second time possibly?
There is no
Exactly.
evidence to support foul play.
Are there any active currently that you guys are pursuing?
We have tips called in daily.
Any of those tips seem legitimate enough to expand law enforcement resources?
Regardless of their legitimacy, we're going to follow up on them.
Will there be any other agencies pulled in to help in the search efforts for this case?
I'm certain there will be.
You met with the biological father and mother this past week. Is that at their request, your request? Is that just re-interviewing them again?
That was at the request of law enforcement. It's not uncommon to talk to the family in investigations like this. I've got time for one more question.
Just overall, how has
So
the
that was
investigation impacted the morale at your department, especially with all the scrutiny going on?
Let me put it to you like this. If my kid was missing, this is the team I'd want on it. The men and women of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, the FBI partners, the other local agencies, the Secret Service, everyone who's had a hand in this case.
I never go barefoot. Does that mean I have autism? No, it doesn't. It has nothing. No, it doesn't. But what I'm saying is people have habits, and especially people who are not comfortable with any sort of change, that it triggers them. Now, if you go barefoot, it's probably not going to trigger you. You're not going to like it if you don't normally go barefooted. Like, I don't normally go barefoot either. But if I did, it's not going to, trigger me. And so, they were very specific clothes on brand sweatpants. They are allowed for evidence, for all evidence to be cleared up. So, why the Secret Service? Good question. I don't know why the Secret Service. I don't know. I'm beginning to think, just in my opinion, that someone may have had help in this. Someone may have had help. I don't know, y'all. That's info. Yeah, it's extremely, yeah. About the glasses. Sorry, we're checking them out to see if they're his or not. Well, are they kids' frames? Can you say that? Can you say what color they are? Are they the same color? Right? Do they look old? Were they scratched up? Did you show them to the parents? Did you take a picture? Can you just say that? How about that? On a street not close to Katie's house. All right, guys. I'm out. I'll be live here in a little bit. I got to go do some things and take a shower and all of that. I'll be back later this evening. probably 4 o'clock. I'll be back. We're going to talk about this case and other things as well. Seth handed in the glasses. So Seth found the glasses? Was it? Yeah, Bama Cat. I mean, with Summer's case, we're almost at 3 years, and it's, you know, there's nothing to say that she walked away, and there's nothing to say that she was abducted. Okay, that's what you found out in 3 years. Perfect. No, I haven't seen a picture of the glasses. Yeah, yeah, the Secret Service, and FBI, they do a lot of stuff with, electronic devices and stuff. I don't know. It seems like if you want someone to go missing, go to Tennessee. It's pitiful, man. Love you guys. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Love, loves. Bye bye.